Greetings and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition,
I shall attend to it in a trice.
where I'm still playing as a bard for some reason. Alright, let's go find some named miners and continue this spelunking expedition into the Nashkel mines.
Leave us be. 'Tis much work to be done.
Tell me about the mines. What's been making the miners disappear? Demons! The little devils are everywhere. I tell you, from the walls they're coming. They're going to kill us all.
How may I be of... I shall attend to it in a trice.
Neither answer is really satisfying.
Stand away, citizen!
Alright, he's just doing his job. The first few levels are never really that interesting in a dungeon crawl anyway. You're not named, so you're not important. That's actually a really horrible outlook on the world, I think. Because it kind of like makes me feel like when I get onto the bus, you don't have a name, you're not important. Not sure why it has to be on the bus, but that's just how I see people on the bus. You don't acknowledge them, you don't talk to them, you just sit down, shut up, and stare at when you're supposed to get off. And anyone else who breaks this code of conduct is an outsider and does not belong.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Lots of walls everywhere they are. No room to breathe. No room to breathe. They said they paid excellent wages, they did. Didn't say anything about little holes, did they? No. Spaces too small, they are. Spaces too small. Are you okay? What? Don't you see the walls? Walls everywhere. No room to breathe. No room to breathe. They said they paid excellent wages, they did. Didn't say anything about little holes, did they? No. Spaces too small, they are. Spaces too small. Claustrophobia, the fear of Santa Claus. Minor Corey.
I think I'm coughing up blood.
What is it you want? Can't you see I'm a busy man? You don't seem particularly busy, but I've heard there's some problems in the mines recently. I'm here to help. Don't know what you can do about it. Sure, there have been problems. The ore we've been putting out of this place has been crumbling almost as soon as it is cast. Do you know what's been weakening the ore? If I knew that, I already fixed it. Well, aren't you optimistic? Yes, very optimistic.
I think I'm coughing up blood.
A visitor! Oh, glorious day. We don't get many down here, as you can imagine. Are you going to be going down in the mines? If so, could you return this dagger to Kylie? He dropped it when he went into the mine the other day, and I haven't seen him since. Well, sure. Thank you so much. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. I'd better not be getting any reputation for that. I don't remember if you do, but... Ooh, Cobalt!
Fallen!
I am so scared. Oh well, at least it's another gem. And some more arrows for Imoen. And she will start running out. Eventually. Depends a little bit on how long you take. Can I identify this? No. Can you identify this? Yes. Varskona, the +2 sword. Right, something for Kali to wield.
What is it this time? I shall attend to it in a trice.
I forgot to do that last time. Good thing I kept remembering it
Thy
after I
temper
finished the
shield.
video and I couldn't go back.
Yes?
Always the perfect time to remember that.
You have but to ask.
Well, I could go back, but I just didn't feel like recording that time. Alright, there's just a few more passageways. You have a name, you can talk.
So dark down here.
What? Oh, just another fool here to save us. Go ahead, try to rid the mines of all their evil and get yourself killed like the last couple. What's been happening in the mines lately? How should I know? All I know is good miners are disappearing and nobody seems to care. Well, I care. A little bit. I mean, I'm getting paid for this. I am getting paid for this, right? Oh, these miners are just a barrel of laughs. So we might as well just put this here. Just in case I want her to use it. Still a little loath to actually use Mira in a fight. I think I'd much prefer to wait until it actually becomes a serious fight. Just in case she summons another Nabasu. Or a Pit Fiend. Or a Tenari. Whatever other horrible demon you can find in this particular universe. Admittedly, I haven't been looking through every monster manual to find out what else you can summon. But I'm pretty sure that's most of the demons you can find.
Leave us be. 'Tis much work to be done.
Finally, someone has come to save us. Do you know something about what's been happening here? Sure, I know what's happening. You want to know? What do you want to know? With the creatures, just the dragon. Alright, there's no dragon in this place, but... sure. No dragon would be defiling themselves by doing something as petty as fouling iron. Not to mention the fact that would expose them.
I think I'm coughing up blood.
Hello there, something you want? Well, what do you think has been happening with the mines? Didn't you know? The mines are haunted. The ghosts of all those who have died in the mines are here to kill us all. They said they'd spare me. Liked me they did. Could see it in their beady little eyes. You saw something? Of course I saw something. Had a nice long conversation with the little chap. Would have asked him to stop haunting us too if the supervisor hadn't kicked me. Said I was sleeping on the job. Can you imagine? Yeah, a little bit. Tiny bit. And let's go down to the next level.
I shall...
Help!
They're coming! The yipping demons! They're everywhere! Save me! Don't be foolish, I've never ever heard of a yapping demon. But there they are. There they...
How may I be of assistance?
What is your command? Eat!
See, it is possible to save this guy, I knew it. Usually he dies, but it is possible to save him.
You have but to ask.
There's no real point to it, I just like doing it. And more arrows for Imoen. Alright, this probably deserves a little bit better exploration. Still. Seems strange that the Omnian guards have not been able to deal with the kobolds. I mean, kobolds are annoying, but you need a very large group of them to ever be actually any threat. You have no names, so no talking to you. there's nothing in this hallway. Let's just keep following the tracks. Ah. It's an assembly yard of some kind. And here's Miner Kylie.
So dark down here.
You have my dagger? Thank you so much. I was getting nervous down here being unarmed, with all things going on. What do you know about the happenings of the mine? Kobolds! They're overrunning the place, piece by piece. We used to see them occasionally, but now you can't go more than a few feet without kicking one of them in the lower levels. It's not so bad up here with the guards around. Still, I wouldn't get caught in the dark if I were you. I'm not sure what a dagger is gonna do for you, but, well, if you feel safe. And these guards also don't have names. Do you have any equipment that I could use? Couple of axes, swords and axes. Notice. Nope, nothing here. Alright, let's just press on. Still would like to find a helmet for Brannan, but she doesn't seem to be suffering more due to the lack of it. She just becomes more vulnerable to critical hits, I think.
My blade!
And as long as the kobolds keep coming in piecemeal, I'm not really afraid of them. It's not until they start getting tricky that it's really a problem. Another nameless miner. This leads nowhere. No name. No name. No name. A lot of nameless people in this world.
My blade!
Then again, these kobolds also don't have names, so they must die. They must die and give me their delicious gold. Gold! I'll still be crushing crates and barrels all the time. That's actually the one thing I have not been doing in this game. Breaking crates and barrels. Losing them, sure, but not breaking them. It's not until I get to the more advanced games. Well, advanced. Newer versions of the game. I'm not sure the game actually ever advances, since you can always still play with the old rules if you decide upon it. It's really just the graphics that get an upgrade. Which is why this is still playable. Ah, corpses. Let's investigate.
Damn.
Kobolds! Yay! This is not yet a worrying amount. With the magic weaponry that my warriors have, I should not have to worry about anything breaking. Just make sure that the gems don't clog up my inventory too much.
How may you have but to ask?
Let's investigate this sidetrack for a moment. More corpses. No guards anymore. Right, let's kill.
My blade will cut you down to size.
It's just too easy, really. So far. Is there anyone down here? Yep, there's a guard over here, so probably no kobolds. And this is a sharp drop, I think. It's difficult to tell from the texture. Alright, so then really only one path remains, going down here. And I should probably keep my inventory clean. There's probably nothing worth in there. We'll just keep on trucking south. Into more kobolds.
For the
Tis but a flesh wound.
Looks like Nira has run out of darts again. And Bronn really needs to heal.
Hello?
Alright. Then we'll heal.
What is it this? I shall attend to it.
Now, the kobolds did leave some strange potions, which are actually poison if you drink them. So I won't be doing that. See, this potion contains a strange green substance similar to the residue we've seen in some of the mining carts. The liquid inside appears to be very slightly discolor iron that it comes in contact with, and is likely related to the mysterious plague that renders smelted weapons and tools brittle. The kobolds you killed must have tainted all the ore leaving the mine, though it is unlikely they would have concocted this plan themselves. That much is true. There's no real point in keeping the potions. I don't believe they're actually worth anything
Yes?
too.
You have but to ask.
And like I said, drinking them just causes damage to you. So don't do that. Alright, now here's where the game starts getting a little
It shall be
trickier.
as you wish.
You're a queer fellow.
The first time we
I've
actually
done
have
had
to
enough of
consider
this.
doing this with Imoen. And gaining more experience while we do it.
I'll do my best.
But there's a
It
ring
shall
on
be
the
as you
floor
wish.
here, and it's a greenstone ring. Joseph's greenstone ring. So I guess the poor fella died after all. Well,
How may I be of assistance?
sucks to be him, I guess. Now, to go left, to go right, to go down the center. Which way to die fastest?
There are so many places I would rather be.
Yeah, sure, you're a half-elf, not a dwarf.
You have but to ask.
Let's go this way. Alright, Mira. I'm gonna trust you. Give me a hand with this fight. Yes, it worked. He's sweet.
What is it this time?
Let's give them a right thrashing.
Sleeping kobolds
Flaming!
die so much
Possibly
sooner.
frosty. Death! Eat flaming! Or possibly frosty. Death!
My blade will cut you down to size.
It shall be as you wish. Yes?
Yeah,
You have
that
but
makes
to
the fight
ask.
so much easier when you can put your enemies to sleep. Doesn't really work well on high-level creatures or creatures with certain amounts of hit points, I think. Though don't quote me on that, I will have to read the description if I want to know for sure. But it works fine on these lesser creatures. Yes, works very well. Almost as good as holding people. At lower levels. Especially since you can't really hold monsters until you get a
How may I
certain
be of
spell. And
assistance?
that spell would really be wasted on kobolds.
You have but to ask.
But it does help tip the odds in my favor, ever so slightly. Ever so slightly.
What is it this time? Yes? How
No,
may
I think
be
we
of
can handle
assistance?
this.
What is it this?
I think we can handle this from the back.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
And we'll continue this next time.
Yes? It shall be as you wish.